When he said in a few interviews, I never had a childhood, what does he mean?
Oh, now that's the one that's, well, I think what he meant that he could never run the streets and do like the rest of the kids. But he did have a childhood. He had all his brothers there. And there was a lot of them around every night. He had them to play with, but all the outside of the kids was getting into trouble every night. That wasn't there. It wasn't allowed to happen. So he did have a childhood, but he didn't have a childhood with all the bad guys that's running the streets, bad kids. What do you think, Katherine?
I think he meant that he was always in the studio working and had to go to school after that.
But he chose to do that, right?
Yes, he loved to do that. I guess he thought about it after he grew up, because he loved to go to, he loved everything he did he loved the stage. He's at home more when he's on the stage.
Michael was very friendly, and he was the type of kid that you couldn't keep him still. You had to keep your eyes on him at all times. I had to be strict because there was a lot of crime in the area where we came from. And a good father to stick by the kids, make sure they got plenty to eat. I did all of that. And make sure that the talent that they have, to try to help them develop it. I did all of that. And look what it got me.
Do you think it might have been that Michael was more sensitive and he took it differently than the other kids? You being strict?
No, I think it's because in being strict, you were able to control. And in being able to control while they was all in one place, we knew what it was at all times. I was able to rehearse them a lot. And once I started rehearsing them and kept them busy, learning different songs and dances and all that stuff, it started paying off. So I don't think being too strict I was, but being too strict, no.
I don't think he was too strict at all, because where we came from, Gary, Indiana, it's the murder capital of the world.
It was then, I don't know.
It still is.
It is. We didn't make no mistakes.
Joe, don't say that. You don't know.
I didn't make no mistake. I was feeding them every day. They had food in their hands. And then when you had those many kids, you know, you got to keep bread in their hands. And they ate, really. And little kids like they ate. So it was Papa that kept food on the table for them. I did that. I did my part.
Was there anything, when you look back as a mother and a father, was there anything at this period when he was growing up that, when you look back right now, concerned you? It was anything concerning that you can explain to yourself what's going on right now?
Well, I can say this. What's going on right now is beyond what Michael can control, because I don't want to talk about it, because these people aren't, I don't think they really think Michael's a pedophile. They're after something else.
When the media calls him Waco Jacko, how do you feel?
I get upset too. I think that started in England, didn't it?
I think so.
It started with those tabloids.
That sounds like an English word.
Who owned those
Waco
tabloids?
Jacko.
Many owners, yeah.
Who?
Many owners.
But you know, Daphne,
But let me tell you something.
how could they call him Wacko? They sold more records than anybody in show business history. No one has competed.
So why is it so upsetting to him? What does he care?
And, huh?
Why is it so upsetting?
And the song We Are the World, he wrote 80% of that song.
She said, why is it so upsetting to him?
He's talented, nobody doubts that, so why is he so upset about it?
Wouldn't you be upset if somebody called you Crazy Daphne?
I guess I would, yeah.
Yes. Well, Wacko, what does that mean?
Waco is weird.
Why is he so upsetting about it? Because he's not weird. They think he's weird. And people look at him as being wacko or whatever. He's not that wacko. To be #1 in the world.
Why do they pick on him and call him Waco Jacko? Why do you think they think he's weird?
You know what? I think the people that's calling him that, they wacko themselves. Because they should look on...
You're getting upset about
Yes,
that.
I am getting upset because they should... It's two sides. They look on the other side of the story. That, listen...
See, he's upset about
huh?
it. Joseph, stop it.
Huh? Let me tell you something, Daphne. He's not wacko. And those people that's calling, they're wacko themselves. Keep that in there. I want them to hear about this. I'm a fighter, Daphne.
You're in a good mood.
Huh?
You're in a good mood.
He sure is.
You're in a very good mood.
You know what? Let's change the subject.
Yeah.
Let's change the subject.
That's our son, and we love him, and we don't want, you can't, you're not a mother, so you don't understand.
If he lied about how many plastic surgeries he did, how do I know about this thing he's telling the truth?
Yeah, but
One don't have anything to do with the other.
they're making money off things they say about my son. I'm like, hey, that's what it is. How many operations did Michael have? 1 or 2?
I don't know, Joe, and I don't even want to talk about it.
This wasn't no lie.
That,
It's a whole lot
It's
of...
not even-
Now I'm going to cut through this chase right here. Do you know how many Jewish people have plastic surgery done? More than anybody you want to say?
there's no question about...
There you go.
Compare Michael, let's say, to another grow-up man. Do you see any differences?
Michael still have kiddish ways. Yeah, he still enjoy being around the younger people and tries to help them the most.
But wait a minute.
Hmm.
Michael fits in with anybody.
Whether it's a
He
child or...
fits in
But
with children, and when he's
everybody
with
don't fit in
grown-ups,
with him.
he fit in with grown-ups also. And it's not that he's wacko, jacko, or weird, That's just how he is.
A few girls of Michael, liked or loved. Do you remember whether he was really one time in love with somebody? Came home saying, Mom, I'm really in love.
Not really. Because when Michael was at home, he was busy working all the time.
He was a workaholic.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember such a thing, Joe?
I don't remember.
Like he had the love of his life?
Yeah, but he did a lot of rehearsing and working and writing and dancing, all that.
So dating was secondary.
Mm-hmm. But he went out with several. A lot of it was on television.
Who was your favorite?
None of them.
After 93, don't you feel I should have told Michael, just stay away from it? Be careful.
Well, stay away from children.
Even if everything is fine, just stay away from it because it causes you so much problems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right about that. But you know what? The only reason why, because Michael knew he didn't do that. And I think that's the reason why he probably figured, I haven't done anything.
But you as a mom, don't you feel I should have told him not to do it? Why do you need it again? I should have here's the time I should have protected him more. Or alerted him more about...
It's not even the children. That's why it's these wicked grown-ups that's lying, and they know that Michael loved children, and they're trying to get him in trouble because he's around children. But it's about something else.
About money.
And they know this is the only way that they can get him.
Do you think, Joe, you could have prevented all this by having, father-to-son conversation and look...
I might have could have prevented some of it by teaching him not to trust nobody. That would have been a big help, not to trust anyone, because Michael trusts a whole lot of people, and the ones that he trusts, hey, it's a problem.